I grew up in this land before anyone called it the Commonwealth. Back then, we were small, secluded, invisible to the world. No one noticed us. No one cared if we existed. But here we are now, and here I am, the one chosen to lead us into something greater. I didn't ask for this, but I will not shrink from it. I've already set things in motion, big thing, that will surprise many of you, but even I can't do it alone. That's why I've built a council, the Council of Voices, instruments of resonance, each one chosen to shape our future. Our growth depends on more than pride. It depends on commerce, on how we trade, how we expand, how we present ourselves to the outside world. That's why I appointed Octavius Krill as the voice of commerce. Some think I did it because he's my neighbor, but the truth is I barely knew the man. What I do know is that he controls much of San Myshuno's real estate. He's sharp, calculated, and most importantly, he's a father who loves his son. That means he's invested in the future, our future. When he left my home after our first meeting, he wasn't just willing, he was eager to oversee trade, development, and industry for the Commonwealth. But wealth alone means nothing if our people are unwell. So I traveled to Innisgreen to meet Dr. Vina Portence, a healer, a therapist, someone who gives more of herself than she takes. She isn't the business choice. She isn't about profit margins. She's about lives. Others advised me against her, but I chose her anyway, because I believe the Commonwealth deserves more than survival. It deserves wellness, strength, care. She will ensure that. Still, wellness must be guarded, and peace must be defended. Some say we don't need a voice of order, because we're already peaceful. But peace isn't an accident. That's why I turned to Aries Hallivan, former police officer, former chief, special enforcer. Many of you know his son, Ruger, the quarterback at Brightchester. But the true backbone is Aries himself. If you sleep soundly at night, it's because he's been doing the job already. Now it's official. But safety and security are only part of the foundation of a thriving Commonwealth. A society cannot endure on order alone. It needs knowledge, growth, and the ability to pass wisdom from one generation to the next. So I turned to Charles Kincheloe. Charles has spent his life dedicated to education, mentoring, and creating opportunities for young Sims. While others may see schools as simple institutions, Charles sees them as the forge where futures are shaped. He is not without his own struggles. His home life has been tested and his ideals often stretch beyond the simple notion of classroom lessons, but that's precisely why I trust him. He knows what it means to guide others through hardship and uncertainty. As the voice of education, Charles Kincheloe will ensure that every Sim in the Commonwealth has access to knowledge, that curiosity is rewarded, and that our people are prepared to think boldly about the future. And once our citizens are secure, healthy, and educated, and they are free to celebrate who we are, that's where Benhatta comes in, as the voice of culture. My right hand since the start. A man who assures there's always something to bring us together. I asked him to be the voice of culture, not just to bring us music and art, but to guide how we tell our own story. Because culture is more than entertainment. It is how the world sees us. It is how we see ourselves. Finn wanted someone else to handle the press, to oversee journalism, television, and public sentiment. He suggested Kasubo Pisac, and I agreed, despite Kasubo's open criticism of me. Because he is talented, and I thought talent mattered most. After Kasubo agreed to take the position, I made a formal announcement and introduced the Voice Council. Then I organized our first council meeting, and of course, it being a special occasion, we held it at Finn's. We didn't talk about any plans, just a chance for us to all get to know each other and have some conversations. I was pleased. I went home relieved and went about my business. But my satisfaction didn't last long. Kasubo's first act was not service. It was defiance. He exposed Ares Hallivan's surveillance efforts. He claimed it was the erosion of freedom. That wasn't journalism. It was the planting of distrust. So, I replaced him. I turned instead to Gavin Roehart, polished, authoritative, trusted. With Gavin as voice of communications, the people will hear one message, clear, consistent, united. And Kasubo? He wrote a scathing article about me in the council. I hear he's retreating off into the woods of Innisgreen. I wish him well, but it worries me a little. Some may say we are rulers, politicians, but I reject that. We are not rulers. We are not politicians. We are instruments of resonance. The Commonwealth is no longer invisible. We are alive. We are strong. And with the Voice Council assembled, our society is ready to take flight.